Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the 2-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 8-6 the score after 1. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Herbert off of play action. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. This is a counter play. Eckler. Now room for Eckler. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there.
A touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Seahawks have recovered. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. Charles, I guess you have to give some credit to the fact that they rallied and made the tackle, didn't allow 2 points to go the other way there.
Find that silver lining because what happened prior to that was not positive. Go for 2, fumble the football, give up a return, but you're exactly right. They did hustle and prevented a score going against them.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 32 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. It's complete. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful. Well, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
7 yards, the pickup there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Touchdown! That's caught. Jared Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try. They'll look to throw. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. There's Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boy, it's only a 1-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Austin Eckler. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They go back to Carson here on second. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They run the counter. Carson the first down and more. The 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They run the counter. Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. On second down now, it's Carson. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. They run the counter. Carson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boy, it's only a 1-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Once more, here's Eckler. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
That all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Flush to his right. 1st down and more for Allen. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Herbert on 1st down now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st down, Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That's all you got!
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Weston Eckler, 52 yards. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Throwing now is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it's Herbert. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Herbert Forced out to his left. It's complete to Cook. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they